Sophia had always lived a life that looked perfect from the outside. She was married to a successful businessman, Daniel, who provided her with a beautiful home, stability, and security. Her days often seemed predictable: mornings with coffee by the window, afternoons volunteering at the community center, and evenings waiting for her husband to return from work. Yet, despite everything appearing flawless, something deep inside Sophia felt incomplete. Daniel was a good man, but his work consumed him. He was often traveling, managing clients, or buried in endless meetings. They rarely had real conversations anymore. What started as small silences grew into large gaps, and Sophia quietly wondered if her husband even noticed how lonely she felt. In their household, there was another presence: Michael, Daniel's trusted driver. Michael had worked for Daniel for nearly 10 years, and he was known for his loyalty and professionalism. Sophia had always seen him as part of the background, someone reliable but distant. He was polite, quiet, and never crossed boundaries. That all changed one rainy afternoon. Sophia had been scheduled to attend a charity event. Daniel, as usual, couldn't make it because of an urgent business dinner, so he asked Michael to drive Sophia instead. The rain poured heavily, blurring the city lights outside the car window. For the first time, Sophia found herself actually talking to Michael. "Michael, how long have you been working with Daniel?" she asked, breaking the silence. "Almost 10 years, he replied with a small smile. "It's been a long journey." His tone carried something gentle and respectful, and it struck her that she had never truly taken the time to notice him before. The conversation grew from small talk into something deeper. Michael told her about his family, his childhood, and even his dreams of one day starting his own business. Sophia listened with genuine interest. For the first time in months, she felt heard. At the charity event, Sophia struggled with her speech, stumbling nervously in front of the crowd. When she returned to the car, Michael noticed her distress. "You did well," he said softly. "I know it's not easy speaking in front of so many people. But you spoke with heart. That matters more than anything." His words struck her more deeply than he realized. That night, she thought about how something so simple, encouragement, could feel like a lifeline. Over the following weeks, Sophia and Michael's paths crossed more often. Whenever Daniel was away, Michael would drive her to appointments, social gatherings, or simply to the park when she wanted to breathe. Their conversations became a quiet rhythm she grew to rely on. But then, something happened that truly revealed Michael's character. One evening, after returning from a community event, Sophia realized she had lost her late mother's locket, a piece of jewelry she cherished more than anything. Devastated, she searched her purse, retraced her steps, but it was gone. Without telling her, Michael drove back to every location they had visited that day. Hours later, he appeared at her doorstep, drenched from rain, holding the locket in his hand. "I thought you might need this," he said simply. Tears welled in Sophia's eyes. "Michael, you went back out in this weather just for me?" He nodded. "Some things are worth the effort." It was in that moment Sophia realized that kindness, loyalty, and quiet strength could mean more than grand gestures of wealth. She had been yearning for connection, and while Daniel was distant, Michael showed her what it meant to be seen and valued. Of course, Sophia knew boundaries. She respected her marriage, but she also couldn't ignore the lesson hidden in her experience. Michael wasn't just a driver, he was a reminder of the kind of attention and empathy she longed for in her marriage. Sophia made a choice. Instead of allowing loneliness to consume her, she decided to address the silence with Daniel. One evening, she sat with him after dinner. "Daniel," she said, "I need to talk to you. I feel like we've been living separate lives. I know work is important to you, but I can't keep pretending I'm not lonely. I need you, not just your presence, but your attention." Daniel looked at her, surprised. For the first time in years, he seemed to really listen. "Sophia, I didn't realize how far apart we've drifted. Thank you for telling me." From that day forward, Daniel began making changes. He adjusted his work schedule, setting aside time for their relationship. He even started joining Sophia at the community center on weekends. While it wasn't easy, they began rebuilding what had been lost. Michael continued working for the family, as loyal and professional as ever. But now, Sophia saw him not just as a driver but as a person who had unknowingly reminded her of the importance of connection, empathy, and communication in her own marriage. Looking back, Sophia realized the story wasn't about betrayal or secrets. It was about rediscovering what truly mattered in her life. Sometimes, the most unexpected people come into our lives not to change our destiny, but to remind us of the values we've forgotten.